Alright, welcome back to another video. My name is Matloob Ahmed Khan. I usually mention my name in the end of this video, but I just wanted to, share it right now in the start of this video. A lot of new people have really subscribed to my channel, so I just wanted to introduce myself first, and then, I will try to explain you why I'm making this video. Now, today's video is very important. Why? It's because of the most important reason is that, in Dubai, in the whole supply of Dubai is currently right now, if you include leasehold and the freehold houses, residential properties, including villas, townhouses, and everything, its total supply is 760,000 for 2024 registered. All right, for the ready residential. And if you really narrow it down to what are the total size of, what are the total number of freehold properties in Dubai, it's totally around 400 to 450,000 residential properties in Dubai, which are freehold. So why is this important is that, if we understand the supply of the whole Dubai real estate, it really becomes very, less challenging to understand what kind of properties we should get into if our objective is to get ROE. So right now I'm standing at the plot of Nad Al Sheba phase 10. Now, before that, Meraas launched phase 7. After that, they skipped phase 8 and phase 9. Maybe possible that they will be coming up with something a little bit unique in the phase 8 and phase 9, or might be possible they have different kind of plans. But right now I'm standing at the phase 10 plot. I will try to go to the phase 2, 3 and 4 of Nad Al Sheba Gardens. This is basically a whole community. It's not a closed community, it's an open community, but it's a community by Meraas. And Meraas community always have delivered so much value. Just to give you a perspective, what kind of value this location holds. This location specifically of Nad Al Sheba Gardens is 15 minutes away from the downtown. It's right in front of me, the beautiful Burj Khalifa, standing right in front of us on the Meydan area. Now, Meraas it's an overused word that it's a boutique developer, but right now just to, categorize the whole Dubai real estate. So if you were to understand, like Emaar is the master developer of the infrastructure in Dubai. They are not known for ultra luxury. Omniat is known for ultra luxury. Meraas is that kind of a developer who's a semi-government entity, comes under the umbrella of Dubai Holdings, in which Nakil, Dubai Properties, Meydan, and Meraas is. Now, Meraas' target market is mostly luxury market. All the time, whenever they launch any kind of a project, it gets sold out. Now, I know you will be thinking what happens with the first launch of the Acres. Now, I understand Acres first launch took around 6 months to 5 months time to get it sold out. But now, whichever the launch they are coming up with in Acres is getting picked up by those people. Now, the situation was very different at that time of market. Immigration boom that right now we are facing for this year of 2025 is quite, significant difference compared to the previous years. In Dubai, if you look at the whole supply, as I've explained in the start of my video, 20% of the whole supply is villas and townhouses. And if you really narrow it down, the villas becomes more scarce. Just to give you a conservative or a little bit ambitious figures, is 5% of the total supply of Dubai real estate. Now, for branded villas, number becomes more lower. The percentage is around 2 to 3%, maybe lower than that. I might be quoting it wrong. But this location, why it's important is that, because it has the close proximity to downtown as well. It also has the race course where the royals hang out, where the royals work out as well, where the royals do all kinds of leisure activities in this location. So if the location have that kind of attraction, if the location had that kind of a close proximity, it's always a prime location. And you also have to understand one more thing. The land prices in Dubai is picking up day by day, right? So anything near to the downtown, the land prices have reached a certain peak. Now, it's very hard for the new developer to right now buy a land in these prime areas and then build a community which comes under a suitable price point. These government developers, they are the land banks. They know how to rightly price their community so that people can also afford. And also investors, if they are picking up anything inside their community, they have a higher chance of, higher room of cashing that opportunity. Now, my question is, right now the price per square feet of the new phase is around 2,000 dirhams for townhouses, and for villas is going for 2,500 to 2,700. Is this overpriced? I don't know. Is this hype? I don't know. I will come to the last part of this video and I will give you the complete numbers so that you can understand and take your own decision and you can decide for your own self. See, my job is to give you my honest, factual data of the market, and then I'll let my audience to decide what do they think. So they can leave it down on the comment, or they can contact me on my number and we can have a discussion on that, a very productive discussion on that. Now, I have seen in each and every launch of Nad Al Sheba Gardens that people always have a huge fight to, secure the unit for themselves. Now, same thing is going to happen in the phase 10 as well. Why? Because the townhouses right now, what do we have? We have the Mac Islands ongoing. They are coming up with a new launch of one of the final clusters in the Mac Islands, which was a huge success back then. When they launched their first cluster, I personally was at the launch in the Coca-Cola Arena. It was a huge fight for the units, but got sold out. Same thing happened with the later clusters of the Mac Islands as well. And another option we are left with, the Valley, which is on the Alain side. Price per square feet is around 1300, 1200, variation is from 1200 to 1300 in the Valley by Emaar. Now, those locations are nothing compared to this location of Meydan. This location becomes the prime location of Dubai because of its close proximity to all the metropolitan areas of Dubai. All the businesses are nearby, all the leisure activities are nearby to this area. And people who loves to live inside a luxury community, I think there are not many options available in the ready market in this price point. And there are a lot of people who are thinking to buy a real estate asset in Dubai, and they are willing to go for something which they can pay partially through the installment payment plan. This is also a better option for them as well. So there will be a big fight between investors as well. There will be a big fight between homeowners as well. Right now, this phase 10 plot, right in front of it, if you can show it, is our Polo Townhouses, and right next to Polo Townhouses is our Grand Views by Jinko Properties, and then the Polo Townhouses is by Meydan. Now, this area is mostly being dominated by the government developers, but there are some private developers who have already launched their communities and they have seen a huge success. Now, whoever is not able to sold off their inventory is because of many factors as well, but mainly is because of the price range that they have. As I have explained already, like the land prices have already jumped quite a peak. So if any private developer is picking up land here, he will have quite a challenge to rightly price their real estate asset. But there are other factors in play. So what I'm going to do, I will show you the renders, what they are coming up with, if there is anything unique they are coming up with, how well priced this community is. So stick till the end of this video so you can understand if this location makes sense or if it's a hype. All right, so we have seen the plot of Nad Al Sheba Phase 10 by Meraas. Where was the plot located? I showed you the plot location. I was there. A little bit, I have explained the plot area and some of the stats that I've given it to you, which is very valuable for the townhouses and villas in Dubai. Now, I'm right now at the construction site of Phase 2. As you can see, the sound of the progress, it's on the full swing. The construction team is working on it. And the Phase 2 and 3 is basically located in this specific location. And right opposite to it is where Meraas sold plots in the Phase 1 and where people have built their own custom-built villas. So just stick till the end of this video so that you, when I will deep dive onto the presentation, you will understand why this master plan makes a lot of sense. All right, so we have seen the construction progress of Nad Al Sheba Phase 2 and 3 and the previous phases of Nad Al Sheba when we went there on the second part of this video. Now, just before, diving deep into the numbers and the renders and everything, what developer has published, I just wanted to, give you a certain kind of a vibe because these all developers are linked in one group now in Dubai Holding, as you may already know. So this community where I'm standing right now is District 1, which holds a lot of value because of the location as well. And a lot of celebrities are also, residing in this community. So it has become some sort of an existing location. And just to give you a perspective, people who have invested in this community, who have invested, or even if they bought it for themselves, their houses are standing right now at somewhat, more than 200% appreciation. But it's an 8 years old community. That's what you get in Dubai. If you invest into something kind of a scarcity and you wait long enough, you always get this kind of an appreciation on your asset. And it's not just because of the inflation. There are so many factors. It's because of, shortage of housing as well. And there's a uniqueness about this community. So right on the left-hand side, if you can see, this is a beautiful lagoon of District 1, which is not 100% complete. As you can see on that side, there are some houses under construction right now. Now, on the previous video of my Paramount, when I was at the exclusive listing of one of my clients, I was standing at the 64th floor. And right there, you can see that is the Paramount building. Right next to it is our SLS hotel. So from that, we were overlooking the whole community of District 1. And what's more beautiful about this location in Nad Al Sheba is that you can see directly an unobstructed view of downtown Burj Khalifa. So imagine you're living in a house, you just go on a rooftop to chill, or you go on your balcony to chill. You will be overlooking the skyline, you will be overlooking the beautiful lagoon. So these features really add a lot of value in the property. And you know, in Dubai there's so much luxury going on, but to understand luxury, you have to really understand the scarcity value. You really have to understand like what kind of floor plans and what kind of assets are in Dubai are coming in the future supply. Only then, by the numbers and everything, by the percentage of the new houses which are upcoming, and by the design of the community and the floor plans of that community, you can understand like if your asset will keep on appreciating, or there will come a time in 4 or 5 years that after that, when the supply becomes so high that those assets start to depreciate as well. But this is why I always cover all the townhouses and the villas community by those reputed developers in Dubai, because I know in the next 7 to 8 years time, I'm not seeing an oversupply in the townhouses. Yes, rental pressure, the rental values might a little bit shrink, but assets value will keep on appreciating because there is a lot of movement of families and relocation of families in Dubai. And you know, I keep on repeating that, but this creates that kind of a demand inside a community. And also post-COVID, trend has completely shifted. Most people actually who can afford, they want to own something which is on the land. They don't want to, you know, go towards, I know there is a certain amount of audience that also prefer to live in a vertical construction, but a lot of people who have the affordability and who have the big family, they tend to move for a villa. And we already have so many case studies developed, such as Jumeirah, such as the location of Jumeirah, such as Dubai Hills Estate, such as District 1, and Emirates Hill Springs, Meadows. So these kinds of communities are ready right now, and we know for a fact that, you know, the number speaks for itself and their assets keep on appreciating year on year. Also, one more point, Jumeirah Golf Estate, a lot of people have made a lot of money in Jumeirah Golf Estate as well. They picked up the old contemporary villas, they refurbished it, and they traded it in the market at a very, you know, decent premium, which really, you know, can give you some kind of an understanding that these assets will keep on appreciating because people love communities. So yeah, let's now go towards the last part of this video. Let's understand the numbers of Nad Al Sheba phase 10. Let's understand, and then after that you can leave down on the comments what do you think about this community, and then we'll move forward with that. All right, so we're gonna deep dive into the numbers, and we're gonna understand like right now why Nad Al Sheba Gardens, you know, is the community that is being most demanded by most of the buyers. From the starting phase of Nad Al Sheba Gardens until now in the phase 10, although the phase 7 and the phase 8 haven't launched as yet. So they will be coming up with, you know, the new launch in coming few months, but right now nothing is official. But why Nad Al Sheba, whenever it got launched, it got picked up by the investors and the homeowners of Dubai all the time. And there's always, in each and every phase I have experienced, it's always a fight to get a unit. Not because of the financial backing, because of the designs of the communities, the floor plans that they are coming up with, the location, the land parcel that they have picked up is so unique, and their whole community is beating any other community which is being developed around those areas by the private developers. So we're going to understand in this presentation why villas and townhouses are more in demand all the time, you know, whenever they're looking for any kind of an investment proposition in Dubai. They really don't know what is the total supply, why, you know, the villas and townhouses are more in demand in Dubai. And it is a demand of today. It is not, you know, it's not going to go all the time that villas and townhouses will always be in demand. The trend always shift. But right now in today's market, I think right now the best proposition, there are other propositions as well, but right now the best and safe proposition is villas and townhouses in Dubai. Let's understand one by one residential units in Dubai as of, you know, end of 2023. Dubai approximately have 719,000 residential units, including apartments, villas and townhouses. And you know, this is by the end of 2023. So by end of 2024, this rose to about 760,000 units. Now this includes the freehold and the leasehold. So let's narrow it down to the leasehold and the freehold, or what is the dominance of freehold in Dubai. So by early 2025, official figures suggest roughly 740 to 757,500 units completed, with 243,000 more under construction through 2027. Now this figure of 243,000 units by 2027, it can stretch up to 2028 as well, it can stretch up to 2029 as well, because villas and townhouses, it's a big and massive community, so sometimes it takes time, you know, to develop a complete infrastructure. And a lot of developers have different kind of challenges. Not everyone is well equipped like these government developers who are building the massive infrastructure, such as, you know, Emaar, Damak, the group of Dubai Holding, in which Nakil, Meraas, Dubai Properties and Meydan comes in. So they have the financial backing, which is why they don't have that kind of a challenge, you know, to deliver on time. The total is moving towards 1 million units by 2030, with over 740,000 units completed and 50,000 approximately under development by that time of 2030. So everything which you are seeing in the off-plan right now in Dubai's market is basically preparing us for the next 3 to 4 years time. It's not as per the demand of today, is as per the demand of the next 3 to 4 years time. So as you know, that population is also surging at a very significant rate. So and they have the target, the DLD have the target to deliver 1 million units by 2030. Have a look at this stat. The apartments units were delivered in 2024 were approximately 31,300. Villas and townhouses, basically 9,900 total units were delivered in 2024. This could be a little bit, inaccurate as well, but again, this is the approximate figure, just to give you a perspective. Other residential units like mixed commercial units were 991. Now have a look at this number. Now 2024 saw the delivery of this that we have already discussed. Now let's look at the total share of freehold properties in Dubai. The total freehold apartments are 387,600. Total freehold apartments, all right? 1 bedroom, okay, 124, 2 bedroom, 132. But if you look at the villas and the townhouses, let me just mark it down so that you can understand better. This basically the data that we have to target, because why I have sold Avina, why I have sold Rivera in the Valley, why I have sold June in Arabian Ranches, is because of this number. I knew that market is undersupplied in that area, which is why anyone who have bought in will 100% make money, and he will stay my client forever. So the total freehold standalone villas are 18,500. Freehold semi-detached villas are 8,900, which is why, you have seen Emaar launches, more and more semi-detached houses, even in the Grand Polo as well, even in the Valley as well. Now we will be seeing more townhouses cluster coming up, the last cluster in the Valley phase 2, and they might be possible that they will be coming up with another cluster of townhouses inside the Grand Polo as well. Let's understand the dominance of freehold versus leasehold properties. So the freehold properties makes up to 60% of the total supply of Dubai, and leasehold properties makes up to 30% of the total market. Usually the lease is valid up till 99 years. Now the remaining 10% is basically the commercial mixed-use developments. Now apartments makes up to 85% of the residential stock in Dubai. Okay, and the freehold apartments is 387,000. If you just have to imagine how many apartments, so it's like 387,600 units. 1 bedroom 32%, 2 bedroom 34%, 3 bedroom 10 to 15%. Very less supply of 3 bedrooms. Now let's understand the villas and townhouses. How much of a share the villas and townhouses holds in the whole realm of Dubai real estate? Villas and townhouses account for 15% of the freehold. Total freehold villas and townhouses are 68,400. It's a big and huge gap in the market right now. But again, this big and huge gap is not because market needs and the developers are not making it. There's a certain kind of an audience who are inclined towards buying these kinds of houses, but that demand is right now increasing. Why? Because Dubai have never seen that kind of a trend since post-COVID, that the people are more demanding for the land and the houses. Now townhouses is basically 60% of the this segment is basically townhouses, 41,000 townhouses. Standalone villas are basically 27%, which means like 18,500 units in the total supply. Semi-detached is even less, 8,900, which a lot of people love that. If the cost of buying a semi-detached house and the layout and the floor plan is equivalent to a standalone villa, then it's a very good buy at a very underpriced rate. If you're going towards the Valley location, which is a little bit further down towards the Al Ain Road, your price per square feet is 1,200 to 1,300. But if you go towards the prime locations of Dubai, it can reach up to 2,500 to 3,000 dirhams, which we have seen in Dubai Hills Estate. Now in Arabian Ranches 3, which is a little bit further out than Dubai Hills Estate, you can find easily a 7 to 8 million worth of a semi-detached. Even though they are not handed over yet, they are under the finishing stage. After the handover price hike, a lot of people will see the price hike in those clusters as well. Now the appreciation year-on-year growth, this data basically, whatever I'm showing it to you, is basically comprises from Dubai Land Department data, like Property Monitor, DXB Interact, and there are other portals in Dubai that we use. They optimize those data and they publish it so that people can navigate through the hype and understand the factual numbers. And the brokers also they can educate themselves and they can advise properly to their clients honestly, like where is the demand, where is the supply, where is the undersupply situation, so that they can direct them, consult them, so that they make the right and the best investment in Dubai. Villas and townhouses saw 20.2% annual price growth in 2024 by Knight Frank. Knight Frank is basically a very big authority that it's a very reliable authority. Whenever they publish some kind of a study, it's very much legitimate because it's always backed by some kind of a research that they publish, and they publish in detail so that people can understand why Knight Frank is projecting whatever the numbers that they are predicting. So basically, let me tell you another fact. Knight Frank has been in Dubai for quite a while now. They have a very keen eye towards the UAE market. They were the people basically behind selling exclusively the Royal Atlantis in Palm. But Knight Frank, whenever they publish their studies, they project some numbers. Dubai always have over exceeded their predictions all the time. You can search it up, you can look it up, you can talk to me as well if you have any kinds of doubts about it, or also you can leave down your comments, and if I'm wrong you can tell me. But Knight Frank, whatever they have predicted, Dubai has always over exceeded their expectations. Now, Property Monitor is another source that we as a broker use in Dubai to understand what kind of transactions are happening, what are the rental prices happening, so that we have a factual data. Through that, we can understand like if we are not overpaying for something in the real estate of Dubai. Now, the Property Monitor, after optimizing the whole data of Dubai Land Department, they're saying that 1.9% month on month in April 2025, we have seen growth in villas and townhouses. Now, this is an average. Some villas are appreciating even more a percentage, and this is an average. So average, through average we cannot really understand like if this community will also appreciate at this rate or not. So just to give you a perspective that overall in Dubai, if you were to pick up any kind of a villa and townhouse, you have highly likely chance that your asset will keep on appreciating month on month because of the undersupply situation right now in today's market. Now, since October 2020, post-COVID, townhouses have increased 45 to 50% cumulatively. So in some communities such as like the Mac Lagoons, in some communities such as like Tilal Al Gaf, Arabian Ranch Street, we have seen significant amount of growth in the villas and townhouses, depending on which cluster and at what time you're positioning yourself. But again, we have personally experienced this. I can also share you my reports as well if you contact me and you want to deep dive into the numbers to understand like if the villas and townhouses is the right investment for you. So this is important. This is our master plan of Nad Al Sheba from phase 1 till phase 10 and the upcoming phase. This is a complete community of Nad Al Sheba. Right opposite is our stables, which is not going anywhere. Also, we have Meydan Hotel, the race course where the Royals hang out. This is the place of attraction for the Royals because it's very close to DIFC. Now, this is our District 1, where I have shot the second part of this video. I was standing right on the lagoon, to give you an understanding because it's a complete community of Nakheel, and also Nakheel comes under the umbrella of Dubai Holding. So this is the right comparison in this area to understand like what has already happened in District 1. Now, District 1 is a mixed development. Like it's not, it's a very old, 8 years old community. A lot of people have bought the houses, a lot of celebrities have bought the houses in this location, and they have, refurbished it, upgraded it, and then, they are living inside those houses. But they are very classic, contemporary looking houses in District 1. But still, right now, the price per square feet is more than 3,000 dirhams for most of the villas if they are on the good location inside this specific community of District 1. Now, this is the first community of lagoon kind of a theme in Dubai. Now, this is District 1. When we shot the video, we have seen the Burj Khalifa view directly from unobstructed view directly from this community of District 1. This is our downtown, the famous skyline of Dubai, the center of Dubai right now. It is the most important epicenter. Now, you see this location is 10 to 15 minutes away from that location of downtown. Now, this is our District 1. Now, we come to this Nad Al Sheba area where the Nad Al Sheba Gardens Meraas is building here. Now, this basically is the complete community that you're seeing of Nad Al Sheba area is a leasehold. The only community that Meraas is building is freehold community. And then after that, we have, this part where most of the private developers such as Ellington, such as Wellington, such as, some other developers, etc., they are building their own communities, open communities, very small communities, the villa communities they're building here. But unlike the size, unlike the design that Meraas is bringing to this area holds a lot of value, although they're selling at 2,000 dirham price per square feet. But again, what's going to happen in the future? Because I will just show you the design so that you can understand what kind of value it holds and why their every phase is being sold out. You have to really understand in this kind of a massive land, a lot of private developers, if they get this kind of a land parcel, they build, as much houses as they want. But this is the kind of a boutique developer. Meraas says they're only building 1,800 residential units. The rest of the area is basically dedicated towards the school, the retail activities, the mall, and the all kind of ecosystem that they are building. It's a very exclusive kind of a feeler, the lifestyle that Meraas is bringing to this area. So basically, we were seeing this on the Google map to understand the location. This is our horse stable, and this is basically the phase 1 of Nad Al Sheba. We were standing right there to show you this construction update, which is on the finishing stage right now, the phase 2 and the phase 3 of Nad Al Sheba Gardens. We were standing right here, and then we went to the plot at the corner and we showed you some kind of a vibe. Now, why I opened this map so that you can understand like why this, what kind of uniqueness that Meraas is bringing to this area. Now you can see that this is Grand Views and Mac houses right opposite to it. You can see there is no kind of a greenery in that area now. Just have a look at this. This is what Meraas is bringing to this specific location. Now, this is a very beautiful master plan. When this will be developed by 2029 or 2030, the complete community will be handed over. You can see there is a lot of trees, the retail activities, the malls, the park, the schools and everything. There is no match in this area for this kind of a community of Nad Al Sheba Gardens, which is why every phase of Nad Al Sheba Gardens is being picked up by even the investors as well and even the homeowners as well, because they know this is not the kind of an asset that they are paying, they are overpaying. Now, let's have a look at the renders, the master plan, the unit sizes, the typologies and everything, so that we can have a quick idea about the project. We'll have a quick look at the payment plans as well. So this is basically a basic render to create an understanding. As you can see that there is a jogging track and there is a high density of the trees as well along with the houses, and there is an ample amount of spaces. Basically, we have covered already the location and everything, but just a quick overview. This is our Palm. This is our Burj Al Arab. This is our Sheikh Zayed Road. Right on the Alain Road, you can see there's a stretch of Nad Al Sheba Gardens. Right opposite is our Meydan racetrack, and Grand Views and the other mag houses were being developed already, handed over. This is a location which holds a value because it has only 10 to 15 minutes close proximity towards Burj Khalifa. Now, on 2,000 dirham price per square feet, Emaar is selling Oasis in Dubai South. It takes a lot of time. It will take some time for that location to become an existing location and be accepted by the people. But again, if in the same price you're getting this kind of a prime location, this holds a lot of value. This is basically a complete, render of the whole master plan on Nad Al Sheba Gardens. You can see the park, you can see the high density of the trees, the play areas, the mini ponds inside each and every clusters. So this is where we were standing. This is the phase 2, which is completely sold out. Phase 3, 6, 4, 5, 7. Then phase 10, the rest of the part that you're seeing, which will be upcoming. Now, only this part, which is upcoming by Meraas, and there will be only 1,800 units in the whole master plan, and Meraas will be coming up in this phase 10 with 201 units, including the villas and townhouses. So this is basically a marking on the master plan. You can contact me on my number. I will share that details with you, and we can deep dive into the whole, the technicalities of the community. But just to give you an understanding, this is basically a marking of retail, pool, school, neighborhood park, mosque, community park and clubhouse inside this beautiful community. Another idea of the phase 10 on the corner side of the community. Now, this is the part that Meraas is launching with the unit numbers and everything. We can get on a call and understand this. There will be 27 units, 4-bedroom villa, 5-bedroom villa will be 39 units. Now, I don't want to get deep into these numbers. Let's go towards the layouts. This is beautiful. Now, this is the healthy ecosystem, a lifestyle that Meraas is bringing to this community. With the houses, go from the backyard, you are on the jogging track, your kids can play right on the park, on the basketball court. It's a beautiful lifestyle that Meraas is bringing here. Now, Meraas quality is always, exceeding the expectation of the people of Dubai. Never have I ever seen that Meraas compromised on quality of their real estate asset. I have seen complaints with the big names, but again, Meraas is the kind of a developer who is actually targeting the luxury segment of Dubai. This is another render, just to give you an understanding. This is our pool area, right, stretched between the houses. This is again another play area for the kids. This is our pool area, a beautiful downtown skyline view at the night time. And we have seen it when I was at the location of the plot. You also have seen the bird's view from District 1 part as well when I was at the lagoon, and also from the plot location as well. So these are the beautiful renders of the villas, the G+2 villas inside this community. Now, townhouses, this is the outlook of townhouses, the render of townhouses, what they are building inside this community. Now, I will not go into the deep into the renders of the townhouses or villas, but I will go into the layout straight away, so that we will be discussing that on the final call if anyone is interested. Now, this is a layout of townhouse, a 3-bedroom townhouse. This is the only category of townhouse, the 3-bedroom, 2,700 square feet. Now, this is a corner townhouse that you are seeing here. This is our middle unit, a 2,800 square feet of a townhouse. Now, these are 6 plexes, 6 townhouses joined together. This is our another type of 3-bedroom townhouse, and this is a corner one with the size of 3,291 square feet, almost 3,300 square feet, G+2 townhouse. So they have 2 categories of 3 bedrooms, G+1 and G+2. Of course, the G+2 will be a little bit more premium and expensive and limited in supply in the whole cluster. When I was at the construction site of phase 2 and 3, you have also noticed something, that there are some townhouses with G+2, and there were some townhouses with G+1 as well. Also, the size, you can compare it to any townhouse in Dubai. You in most communities you find these kinds of sizes of the villas with the big developer name. I don't want to name those developers, but again, Meraas, they always change the game whenever they come up with any kind of product, even if at the time of that market it looks a little bit expensive or premium, but again they change and made it so unique so that people will understand that the price always justify the product that they are delivering. This is another 3-bedroom type of 3,300 square feet middle unit. Now we can, jump on a call and understand these layouts, compare it with other communities, the ready communities of Dubai, and understand why Nad Al Sheba holds a lot of value. I'll straight jump towards the villas, which is the best part I love. The 4-bedroom villas plus family room, G+2. This is the beautiful render with a private pool. The backyard, this is the back view of that villa. The garden view, if you would say. On the right hand side, on the left hand side, you see the beautiful density of the trees. So you have a very, calm kind of a lifestyle that you will have inside your villa. This is another view of the 4-bedroom villa. This is our interiors of the villa and the bedroom designs and everything. So this is the layout with the size of 4,795 square feet. Very functional kind of a layout that Meraas is bringing, with the double heighted ceilings inside it, with a private pool. For these kinds of villas, if you were to find in a ready market, you will be paying a lot of premium on that, and you will be buying on 100% cash. Now this is a beautiful 5-bedroom villa plus family room, G+2. This is the garden view. You can see the render, the floor to ceiling windows and beautifully designed pool. And the right hand side and the left hand side, there's a beautiful space between each and every villa, almost like 5-meter space between each villa. So you have that kind of exclusivity, you have that kind of a vibe. And also if your villa is opening up to any kind of an amenity, a little bit, the backyard is opening up towards any kind of an amenity, it's a beautiful feeling. You have that kind of exclusivity. And also inside the community of Nad Al Sheba Gardens, there are only 1,800 to 1,850 units, which is a very less amount of units inside the beautiful land parcel of Nad Al Sheba Gardens. Now this is some design of the lounge area. Now, the 5-bedroom villa size is 5,651 square feet with a private pool, with the 2 car spaces, the maid's room on the ground floor, and the beautiful, expansive lounge and dining area. So we can jump on a call and have a detailed call, understand these layouts in detail with the sizes of each and every room. I will give you a complete comparison with other communities, the ready communities of Dubai, what has actually happened, why this layout holds a beautiful, best investment proposition right now in the market, and especially the location of Nad Al Sheba Gardens holds a value. Now, this is a 6-bedroom villa with G+2. Now beautiful renders, again very unique compared to any other community in Dubai. Now this is a lounge area. This is basically on the ground floor. You have an understanding of beautiful kitchen countertops. You can see it on the screen, and you can see the sofa seatings. The way they have designed it, it's absolutely beautifully amazing. Now 6-bedroom villa size is 6,800 square feet. Full functional layout that Meraas is building inside this Nad Al Sheba Gardens. And then this 7-bedroom beautiful, massive villa family plus study G+2 garden view. This is the garden view of 7-bedroom villa. You can see the pool size, you can see the back side of the garden view, and you can see floor to ceiling windows. It looks very amazing. But again, these kinds of 6-bedroom and 7-bedroom villas will be the 1% of the total supply of the whole Nad Al Sheba Gardens. I might be wrong, it could be less, but this is the ratio of these kinds of villas inside this community. Now the 7-bedroom villa is basically 8,700 square feet. Okay, so the prices. The starting prices for 3-bedroom townhouse is 5.1 million, and the starting price for 4-bedroom villa is 11.4 million, and the 5-bedroom villa is 13.9 million. These townhouse and the 4 and 5-bedroom villa, the payment plan is 80-20. Now the 3-bedroom townhouse, which were G+2, of course you will be securing it at a little bit of a higher price, but for 3-bedroom townhouse, 5.1 million is the starting price, so you can expect an average price of 5.5 till 5.8 million. And if it's a G+2 townhouse, the size increases, the price increases a little bit, so you can expect at least 6.5 million worth of a townhouse in G+2 category. 4-bedroom villa, 5-bedroom villa, there are very less villas inside the whole cluster, so there will not be much of a price hike in these starting prices. Now this is just to give you a complete quick overview on the payment plan. So they're taking 30%, 20% on the booking plus VLD of course, then 10% at the end of the year in December, and then after that the next year, the mid-year, they're asking for 5%, and then in the end of 2026 they're asking another 10%. So basically 15% in 26, 30% in this year in 2025, then 20% in 2027, then 15% in 2028, and then 2029 February they will be asking you for the 20% on the handover. So starting price for the villas, Now, 17.7 million for 6-bedroom villa, 24.8 million for 7-bedroom villa. Both of these categories will be given on the 60-40 payment plan, which is why these category makes a lot of sense. You know, you have a big leverage, and by the time it will be handing over, you will have a very less supply inside that community. You can easily sell it on a higher return on equity. So just to give you a quick overview on the payment plan, 30% again, they are taking in 2025, 15% in 2026, and then 10% in 2027, then 5% in 2028, then 40% on the 2029 on the handover. So this is basically your leverage. The 40% of total amount, you can easily trade these kinds of villas just near to the handover. So right now, Meraas have already started taking EOIs for this community. You know, whenever there is a product launch of Meraas inside Dubai, always there is a big fight. So right now they have given the opportunity to everyone and they are taking EOI. So if you jump on a call, we understand the comparison, if it makes sense for you, if is the right objective aligns with your investment proposition, or even if you're looking for a home in Dubai, if it aligns with that goal, you know, understand this. And I personally am a consultant. I'm not a broker in Dubai. So I really have the knowledge of each and every product in Dubai, what kind of products are going on, what Dubai already have delivered. So we can have a complete overview of the market of Dubai real estate, and it can save you a lot of time by just discussing your objective and the goal of doing any kind of an investment in Dubai. So yeah, that's a wrap. I'll be making more analysis on the whole community structure of Dubai, and there will be more new developments upcoming in Dubai. So the prices by each and every development I'm seeing is increasing by a drastic rate because of the demand, because a lot of people are inquiring for those kinds of property. And once those properties being picked up, you know, when people are on the queue, more people are on the queue to, you know, secure a unit in Dubai, it becomes, the price actually, you know, inflates a lot. Now, this is the organic growth that you're seeing in Dubai real estate. And I personally can help you understand if this is the right product or not with the reports and the factual data. So see you on next video. This is Matlub Ahmed Khan, Neon Crystal signing out.